Hello YouTube, welcome to a new synth anatomy video and to a Signal Zirkus interview. I'm here with ØZØN. How are you guys?
Quite well, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
You are a band from Vienna or formation? What are you, more collaboration?
I would say we are a collaboration from Vienna, yeah, even if we are both not born in Vienna. Myself is from Hamburg.
Myself is from Istanbul.
Okay, that's quite interesting formation, from culture, good mixture. And how do you met together? Do you make the same music or completely different? So
it was a happy accident because we know some same people, and over that we were meeting sometimes and we're starting something like 2 years ago to make sounds.
That's quite interesting. Maybe like we both have a history. Onno works as a painter. I have like a printmaker.
okay.
And we both have a sound history. I'm doing also a bit I used to work with audiovisuals quite a long time, and we met maybe 4 years ago.
Something like that.
And we are playing together as a collaboration since maybe 2 years already, and this will be our third.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see also you making on this concert also some audio, some visuals with an Arduino.
Yes.
That's your work. Yeah.
That's my work, but we include it in our show. And it's just I used to work a lot with video and visuals in the past, and actually I come to sound from visuals somehow, and and we in our we made many sessions actually already where we were trying to make something audiovisual together. And the last, which has happened in his studio in Loft, and we wanted to try the second time in this show.
So you are less this classical oriented musicians, but more experimental, or what I hear now from your descriptions?
I'm from 1968, so I was quite impressed by a lot of weirdo shit from the 80s. And most heroes, in brackets, of my sonic universe have never been seen in school for music anytime. So I do not think that it's necessary to study anything. It's necessary to do something. And I was starting 22 or 23 years ago to start just with tapes, because I was quite impressed by some information, by some books of William S. Burroughs, especially The Electronic Revolution, and that was a port of entry to work with sound.
Okay.
And I think sound is a material like if you're making something out of stone or whatever. It's not necessary to read any notes or know any scales or whatever.
And how would you describe your result of your both musicians, the result of that music you are making today? How would you describe it?
Well, I would say maybe not a lot of people like our song, but I will describe us we are both experimental sound makers and visual makers. So we single session we do is different than the other one. So we are maybe a bit more impro collaboration. And we both like to work with hardware, so also electronic musicians. Yeah, what do you like to say?
Personally, I do not like so much the word improvisation. I would say, especially with Ozzy, we are playing, and the best way to do something is to play, I would say. It's better to make a play than war. And if you want to have a kind of description of what we are doing, it's somewhere between very abstract, drony stuff. There are technoid elements, mostly by Ozzy, and there are also some elements of noise, but it's changing every time we are meeting or on stage and doing music.
But I would describe it then more as an interaction with your instruments, yeah?
Without interaction with
if-
your instruments,
yeah,
you
it's
can't get anything. Yes, for sure.
Because you don't describe it as a improvisation, but for me it's now more interaction with your instruments.
It's about playing.
Yeah, playing, yeah. And I see on your setup, it's quite impressive, it's quite a lot. And you have more that techno or more EDM-oriented stuff. I see the Moog Modder 2 and some other synths and a Digitakt, I think. Yeah.
A Digitakt
Yeah.
and the Lyra 8. Is
And both of you are very fans of Soma from Lyra, and you have also the pipe.
Yes,
What
for
makes
sure.
for you the Soma Lyra so special?
there is no rules by playing Lyra. It's just and there is no second time. Like you cannot it is not an instrument like you can like pre-program it and then press play because there is no sequencer on it, and it's like it's maybe like this Soma makes us more. I mean, it is an instrument to improvise and start building like every time your sound when you start doing something with it, and I think that's quite interesting. It could go nowhere, yeah.
And you have the Soma pipe,
I
which-
really love it.
which
Yes.
is not often seen in the setup so far. But what makes
Especially not in Vienna.
Yeah.
But I like the combination that you can use it on the one hand with your voice, and it's a pleasure if I can use my voice because that's an instrument I've got all the time with me, and you can use it also as an FX instrument for other stuff.
what brings it to your sound?
A lot.
That's
Because it's changing performance totally. You can, I think you can feel it if you're playing it because you can start to move totally different, as in opposition to just moving some knobs or play some keys.
Would you say it will change the tempo of of the entire setup if you remove it from yours?
I wouldn't remove that.
If you
I wouldn't do that. Before that, I think I would remove a lot different stuff.
There is no
and
other.
would think about maybe it's a good idea just to use the pipe. No, but I really love it, and Vlad Kramer is a brilliant engineer.
Yeah.
He's a really, really good one, and
Okay.
he's out of the normal Japanese plastic crap. So a big respect and hugs to that guy in Russia and or Zanzibar.
I'm really looking forward for your setup today because that sounds amazing, especially the Soma instruments. Where you can find your music, or do you have already a release, or maybe some sound snippets,
I
or
was never really interested into releases, shame on me, since 23 years, but we've got our SoundCloud. There are two
We
tracks on it.
rarely we post something on SoundCloud, but we actually do a lot. Like we play almost once a week. Like we have a lot of rehearsals or sessions, and we have a lot of material. Like I don't know, I
Hours
haven't
of
looked into
hours
it,
and hours.
a lot?
but a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
If there is this collector outside, we can make a private concert, no problem. Or if somebody wants to have our archive, more than 20 hours, much more.
Okay, thank you, Ozon. I'm looking forward for the concert and for the final result. Good luck for today,
It's
And
a
big-
pleasure to be here.
and big thanks for the interview.
It's
And
a pleasure.
It's a
big thanks
pleasure,
for
thank you.
watching, and see you soon in one of the next Signal Zirkus videos. Bye.
Bye.